Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly love outlook for the sign of Pisces. It's going to be for this week. Sorry I'm a day late. Had a lot to do this week, but I'm here nevertheless, so let's get right into it. Pisces, we're going to pull out my fans, sorry about that. Going to pull out your spirits for the week to see where you're at in the particular connection that you have with someone. Sorry about the background noise. Trying to keep the window open in my place and get air in. It's like the middle of the night and people are riding motorcycles. But there you go. It's life during COVID, right? Alright guys, so let's see what kind of spirits are impacting this connection. Remember, I always tell you the same. This may not resonate for everyone, and this is just a weekly snapshot into one particular connection or relationship that you have with someone. Alright guys, so let's just see where we're at this week. Spirit of enchantment, spirit of the dummy, and spirit of the key. Alright, well, spirit of enchantment, talking about spells, captivation. Somebody's just like caught you, right? Or enchanted, right? It can be temporary though. Spirit of enchantment may not stick around, might be fleeting, right? Then we have spirit of the dummy. The follower, the submissive, the one who really can't stand on their own, weak, sort of spirited. Spirit of the key, talking about solutions coming in this week, all right? So we've got a lot of interesting energy here. For some of you, there's wisdom and spiritual knowledge coming in. We have solutions to certain problems maybe you've been trying to find coming in. Some of you are dealing with spirit of the dummy. It could be somebody that you're dealing with. And also we have this interesting spirit of enchantment. I think that's the first time that that card has actually come out for a reading. So let's get into it, Pisces. See what's going on with you this week. Show me what's going on for my lovely Pisces this week. Show me. Alright, your person is resonating with Knight of Wands. You're resonating with the King of Swords. They see you as the lovers. You see them as the Six of Pentacles. They desire Two of Wands. You desire Nine of Cups. And what needs to happen this week? We have King of Pentacles and we have, for you, Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands. So definitely talking about burden getting just too heavy, right? For some of you, the oppressive burdens you're carrying, the responsibilities you're dealing with are just getting too heavy. Ten of Wands is that breaking point, right? Where it's become unbearable, and the next thing that needs to happen is you just have to break and let it all kind of lay it all down, right? Let's get right into it, Pisces. Your person is resonating with Knight of Wands. You're resonating with King of Swords. So they're being very busy this week. They're kind of like all over the place, right? This is someone, Knight of Wands is someone who's really kind of following their passion, their heart. They have a particular goal in mind, and it's all about them really taking very sort of actionary step towards it. Knights are air, so there's a lot of mental sort of gymnastics going on here to try to figure things out. There's a lot of communication going on, but it's really being driven by passion, right? Passion and creativity. Knight of Wands can sometimes also be the great cheerleader. So if your person isn't doing this for themselves, they're certainly doing this for someone else, supporting somebody else's vision. King of Swords is you, and so you're kind of coming in this week being quite severe, right? Quite tough and harsh. You're really calling for things to go a certain way. King of Swords is kind of like luck. He comes in to sort of deal with a situation, right? He kind of like cleans house sometimes. His energy is about his way or the highway. He's the rule maker. He's a disciplinarian. He is the one who requires complete honesty, complete loyalty. So you're really taking a very sort of, I want to say, dominant, actionary, pro-actionary, attack, sort of active, not attack, but sort of approach to your week this week. Now, how do you guys see each other? Well, there you go, more motorcycles. Your person sees you as lovers, so they really see you as something that they want to work with, want to work towards. Lovers is the great 6 major arcana, is the number for harmony. We're talking about a desire to work towards harmony with you, a desire to get through the difficult times, that's the thing with lovers energy, you know, lovers is all about really giving and taking and understanding that the best relationship, the most harmonious and protected relationship is the one that both people work for, right? It's that work that is put in that makes it harmonious. 6 of Pentacles, more 6 energy for you. You see them as somebody who's very kind, very generous, very giving. You may be dealing with somebody who is does social work, is a benefactor, someone who really looks out maybe for people in their community or those who are vulnerable. There may be somebody who takes care of children that aren't their own. 6 of Pentacles is someone who really gives of themselves. They give of their time and they give of their resources, and they give for the sake of giving because it gives them for the love, right? Sometimes the gift of receiving is in giving, right? That you're able to give to someone. And so 6 again being harmony, we're talking about that harmony in our abundant life, our material life, our environment, which involves giving, right? To create that harmony. So this is how you see them. It's very nice. Now, what do you guys desire? Your person is desiring moving forward. So you've got somebody who really wants to get with you, Pisces, and they want to move to the next step. They're like, look, I'm ready. I want the next step with you. The world is in their hand, you know, sort of thing. The seed has been sown. There's already passion here. They really, really want to move forward with you. Strong. However, you're kind of like, look, I'm happy where I'm at. 9 of Cups is happy energy. It's the feeling of being happy despite not necessarily having that deep, deep connection, because right now you're just happy with what you have. You're happy with the blessings you have. You're happy with the relationships you have. And it's kind of that genuine happiness where you're not longing for that connection per se. You're satisfied. And so this is what you desire. You desire remaining satisfied. It could be this is a new relationship. Could very well be enchantment is at play here. Certainly from your person's point of view, they are absolutely enchanted with you, Pisces. But it feels to me like this is much more a case of them being sort of very much enchanted with you. And you're kind of like, look, I'm not really sure I want to make any moves unless I can be sure that I'm going to be happy, right? Right now I'm happy, and that's more important. And so sometimes we're not necessarily willing to take that deeper leap if we aren't guaranteed of having the same level of happiness that we have here. And so you're kind of on the fence, I want to say, whereas your person is being very, very pushy. fire energy, right? King of Pentacles and 7 of Wands. Well, this is what needs to happen here. And so for your person, they really need to sort of like take care of business, right? King of Pentacles is all about taking care of their business, standing on, I want to say, staying on top of their, you know, their thing, their castle, their sort of work. King of Pentacles is that person. He's the manifester. He's the one who sort of orchestrates everything to create that abundance coming in. He's the great businessman. It's interesting that you would see them as a 6 of Pentacles and that they really need to buckle down to being the King of Pentacles in this particular connection also. They need to not get swept up with you, certainly. Because I think it is how they've carried themselves in their regular life, which is what has kind of got you interested in the first place. And they're putting so much attention on you. It's kind of like, you know, you're like, get back to what you were doing. That's what I liked about you. You know, I liked that you were this vicious business person, or this, you know, this strong, I don't even say vicious, but this strong business person. And at the same time, this great benefactor. Like, get back to that. Don't pay so much attention to me. So that's the feeling I'm getting. I think you just want to move a lot slower with this. And 7 of Wands is what needs to happen for you. And so that's a feeling of really fighting for something that you believe in. And so for you, I think you really need to be inspired to sort of fight for this, or fight, fight for your sort of position. It could be also that in this particular instance, with this particular person, what needs to happen is that you maintain your position. Don't let them sort of, try to dominate in terms of what they want, because they're clearly, King of Pentacles, they're clearly a person who has that kind of energy. They can dominate. They're definitely a boss. But I think what needs to happen in this relationship, clearly Seven of Wands from your point of view, is that you stand your ground. Not only do you need to have something you believe in to fight for, but with this person, I think you need to stand your ground too, because they need, to a certain degree, it may not develop the right way if you allow this relationship to go on their speed. For you, you require it to be a little bit different, right? A little bit more along your speed. Like I said, you're coming in this week with King of Swords, which King of Swords is the one who kind of says, look, this is the way I need things to go for me. And if you're going to be with me, this is how it needs to go, right? And Seven of Wands being a card for valor, makes perfect sense that you are indeed needing to kind of stand your ground, because you're dealing with somebody, I think, who might be a little bit pushy. I'm just going to say it, Show me a little bit deeper. Let's pull out 3 cards and we're going to get your roundup. Trying not to let the weeklies be too long. I've got other videos to do for you guys. Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands, interesting, and 5 of Pentacles. So some of you, could be your person has come out of a period where they might have gone through a 5 of Pentacles period, meaning they went through some kind of power dynamic that really left them worse off and having to sort of rebuild again. Another reason why they really need to show up as King of Pentacles, because the most important, the one thing about this person is that they're successful, they're good at what they do, but they've had a setback, and it's like they really need to get back on top of what they're good at in order to sort of be the best person they can be for this relationship. So it's like, sometimes when people are really good at certain things and maybe they've had a setback and then suddenly they kind of forget about that and then they make you their world and being with you their world to sort of compensate. And I think that's kind of what's happened here, and it really needs to not happen, because this is a recipe for disaster in a relationship. Again, I feel like this is a new relationship. 9 of Wands, Ace of Wands. There's definitely a spark here. Spirit of enchantment. There's definitely a spark. Again, makes me feel like a new relationship. Like you guys are just, enchanted with each other, what do they call, there's a word for that, when you're just kind of like, it's the beginning and you're just kind of like all giddy, you're just totally sort of captivated by somebody, right? But it can go, right? This is a spark that can really go if it is intended to. And again, 9 of Wands here, somebody needs to do a little bit more shadow work and a little bit more solitary work on their own in order for this relationship to go somewhere that is positive for both of you. So again, there's some issues with your person. They really need to get back to their work, their job, and making sure they are stable and having their abundance and everything coming in, and not to sort of put too much attention towards you. In order for you to make this happen, or to sort of allow this relationship to go this way, Pisces, you do indeed need to stand your ground. 7 of Wands and King of Swords. Make sure that, you set kind of a little bit of the ground rules here for it. And they can decide yay or nay. They always have a choice to say, well, I'm not down with that, and maybe I'll move on and find someone else. Or they can say, well, yeah, it's worth it. But this is important because you're dealing with somebody who's also in the middle of a kind of a financial thing that's upsetting them ego-wise, and it's important for them to get their ego back together on their own strength, and then come to you with much more sort of wholeness. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that, Pisces. This is my reading for you for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share if you did. All of that good stuff really helps me out. But for right now, I love you so much, Pisces. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll see you next week for your weekly love outlook. Bye-bye now.